Pink Ladies, T-Birds, just happen to be watchers of my shit. My name is Jimmy Pink. And I cram to understand how these exposés keep coming out about these big, powerful men that can have influence over somebody's career, using it for sexual gain. And it's people that actually want to be like, well, why didn't you speak up? And if that happened, why? I don't believe you because it took you too long. Okay, so this is day 6 of the hunt for Pink October, where I wear pink and do a video every day for all 31 days of October to raise money for breast cancer awareness. So if you would like to donate, all you have to do is go to my Patreon. It is at Jimmy Pink. Well, # Jimmy Pink, whatever. I'm too frustrated to even get into all that. But donate all proceeds, all subscribers, and all of the October revenue, which will be paid out on November 1st, will be donated to Susan G. Komen for the cure of Northeast Ohio. And the reason why I'm getting so flustered is because this is a hot button for me. We have gone through now Bill Cosby, Bill O'Reilly, George Ailes, to a certain level, even though nobody is going to come out and say it. Donald Trump, because he apparently can just grab you by the pussy, and that's okay. So, New York Times publishes this article about 30 years of sexual harassment claims against Harvey Weinstein. Now, if you don't know who Harvey Weinstein is, no, that's not the Broadway actor that played the mom on Hairspray. It is the Weinstein Company. Like, a lot of movies have come underneath him. Shakespeare in Love. Lots of Oscar winners. I ain't got time to look all that up because I ain't got that to do. Y'all want to look him up, Google his ass. What I do know is he is one of those people when they say, I don't want to say that because that's racist, but people do say that Jews run Hollywood. They basically mean him and his people, okay? So when these accusations come up, they do not shock me. This is not new. We live in a country where rape culture is acceptable. We live in a country where women get paid significantly less money than men. We live in a country where a show like The Handmaid's Tale is doing so well because it's ringing so true because it looks like we're headed that direction. I know it's an exaggerated version. We also live in a country where you have a football player who says, oh, it's unbelievable a woman would know about running routes in football and loses sponsorships and gets drugged for filth. But we also live in a country where now people are speaking out about this, and because they're doing it later on because it's more acceptable to speak about it because they now are in the position that they can speak about it, that people are dragging them for filth. It's disturbing to say the least. It's disturbing to say the least. I never intended for these 31 days to get too serious, to get too political. But I also knew that doing this, within these 31 days, there were going to be certain events that popped up that were going to prompt me to want to do a video. And with YouTube now on this blitz of they want to demonetize videos based on what the content is, again, just like day one, when I was talking about the standing and kneeling, I'm not even going to attempt to monetize this video because I know it's not going to get it. So the main thing And the main issue that really pissed me off about this and what really made it... See, the allegations don't surprise me. Okay? The allegations does not surprise me that a powerful man was using his power, his money, and his influence to get sexual favors from women. That don't shock me at all. It shouldn't shock any of you. It's been going on since the dawn of time. I'm quite sure Eve sucked the dick to get a piece of fucking fruit at a point in time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not unusual. And then you wonder why we now have this culture where we went from, speaking from my favorite genre of music, which is hip-hop, where we went from songs where we was talking about bitches and hoes, but we were specifically saying we were talking about loose women, to that being what is praised, to songs literally praising strippers. Because in a way, and in a society where people consider themselves to be feminist or womanist, and I don't knock nobody's hustle, but if a man that got money and power is going to use you anyway to get what he want, why not use him to use what you got to get what you want? That's where we're at right now, and that's why you do see the Blac Chynas, the Amber Roses, the Cardi B's, that their major claim to fame is that they were strippers and then they turned into celebrities. Again, at least Cardi can actually rap. At least Cardi does have talent. I need to recollect my thoughts. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay. I apologize. I had to recollect my thoughts because I felt like I was going into a tangent. It didn't have anything to do with the video, and I don't want to make this a very long video. So where it became a problem for me, y'all know I be in the Twitter sphere. So, you know, I'm tweeting, I leave for a minute, I come back, Ashley Judd is trending. Now I see why Ashley Judd is trending. And this woman is getting read for filth. Because, of course, when you have a celebrity that is one of the accusers, you're going to lead the story with that. And because she is an outspoken liberal, a supporter of Democrats, a supporter of Hillary Clinton, as well as Harvey Weinstein, you have people now making this a political issue. Stop. I don't care what religion, race, age, creed, association, business, job, rich, poor, whatever the fuck you are. When it comes to sexual harassment, that is not a political issue unless the person is running for fucking office. Because we are supposed to hold our politicians to a higher standard because they are supposed to represent us. Do you understand? So, for these same people who are like, oh, yeah, because look at these libtards, and she was speaking out on other stuff, but didn't speak out on this about 20 years, and he supported Obama, and Obama sent his daughter right to a sexual harassed person. Stop. And think about what the fuck you saying, because y'all are getting way too carried away. And I'm not going to say it's not on both sides, because I touched on the Cam Newton thing yesterday, and that shit got blew out of proportion by the liberals. It did. It did. And I explained that yesterday. If y'all want to watch it, y'all can go back to the Weekly T video that was yesterday. And I said that was blew out of proportion. But it's amazing to me that the same people who had no problem with the president basically being recorded showing the same behavior that Harvey Weinstein has now been proven to been doing, the same that Bill O'Reilly has proven to been doing, the same thing as Roger Ailes, the same thing as Bill Cosby, and y'all are making it a political issue. Like, do you not see that it's the same thing? These are rich, powerful men using their power, their influence, and their money to abuse young women. Period. And it's wrong. I don't care what political affiliation that you have. It's fucked up. Either or. Which is so crazy to me because they're calling her a hypocrite because she didn't speak out on it. Now, let me get into this. Yeah, I'm about to get on my feminist bullshit. Here's the thing. As a woman, to make it in any fucking industry, you have got to a certain level play a man's game. Whether it's playing into the stereotype, whether it's playing up your sexuality, whether it's being a stark raving bitch to let them know you're not going to take that shit, you got to play that game to a certain level. Okay? I will put it to you like this. Same thing. If I'm sexually harassed by Bill Cosby, he got all these TV shows and production companies, and he know all these higher up people. Am I then going to jeopardize my career because this man roofied me and fondled me a little bit? No, I'm not. Because yes, I'm fucked up on the inside. Yes, I'm lucky it didn't go further and I wasn't raped. But at the end of the day, I got to feed myself, and this is a career. What am I going to do? I don't work this hard to do this, and now I'm going to turn around and go work at McDonald's? It happens to kids. It happens to young girls in college with college professors. But what am I supposed to do? Just drop out of school? My parents did all this and this and this. I done got all these student loans. Worked. My parents gave me money to come here. What am I supposed to do? And see, what's not understood, men really ain't got to go through that. Because a man, I can't even explain it to you. But it's just something that men very rarely have to go through. There was a movie with Demi Moore and Michael Douglas back in either the late 80s, early 90s. I can't remember. I was pretty young when that came out. The movie was called Disclosure. And it was a role reversal. And it was a man being sexually harassed by his female boss, being coerced into a sexual relationship for advancement within the company, and nobody believed him because he was a man. The point of the movie is that shit happened to women all the time. That was the whole point of it. Art is supposed to say something. So when I'm seeing people drag her, I'm seeing people drag Rose McGowan. Now let me cover Rose McGowan real quick. There have been 8 settlements to stop it from going any further. Of course, rich people say this is not an admission of guilt. This is just so it's not to be litigated and all of this. But guess what? When you got that kind of money, if you know you didn't do it, it's being litigated mean anything to you. Do you think that money matter to you? It don't. On top of the fact that when somebody that is suing you has less money than you, you can tie that shit up in court for the rest of their life. They gonna run out of money. They gonna have to drop the suit. People do it all the time in business as well. So y'all can save all that. I paid it out because it's not an admission of guilt. You thought it was a chance that you was gonna be proven that the shit happened. Okay? Okay. So now we find this out, and it comes to light that one of the people that got a settlement was a young Rose McGowan straight off the screen. So of course it says she declines to make a comment. Well, she got paid the settlement, and part of the settlement is a non-disclosure clause. So y'all want to drag her for not saying nothing. So she can lose all that, so she can have to pay that money back to somebody that sexually harassed her. Get the fuck out of here. On top of the fact of, let's not forget, she is also still an actress. Now, all of these people were not actresses. They were just in the movie business. They were just Hollywood people. But that's still your career path. That's still what you choose to do. And it's hard enough for a woman to advance without somebody that's one of the people that run the fucking town shutting you down everywhere you go just because you told somebody he wanted you to rub on his little ding-a-ling or watch him take a fucking shower. The other thing is this, and I'm so over this shit too. Oh, some of those claims are false. Those claims are false. But then you made this big speech about I'm going to therapy and I'm doing all this to help me because I have a problem. But you done had this problem for 30 fucking years. You just now realizing it's a problem? No, you just now got caught. You just now got caught. That's always the thing. Oh, it's religion now. Oh, I'm going to rehab now. Oh, it's this and this. No, motherfucker, you got caught. Let me keep it 100 with you. Y'all know, y'all watch my channel. Y'all know that I partake in a beverage every now and again. But when I was in my 20s, I was a stark, raving fucking lunatic. I don't know if I would want to call it alcoholism. I don't know if you want to call it alcohol abuse. I don't know if you want to call it binge drinking. That's what they're all under the same umbrella. Just like bulimia and anorexia are eating disorders, but they're not the same thing. But I was a heavy binge drinker, and I'm in college. If I started drinking, I'm not stopping. I'm talking about some piss my pants, drunk, still drinking. Throwing up. Just room for more drinks, still drinking. It didn't take for me to get a DUI, even though eventually I did get one. That's a whole nother story, and that was on some bullshit because I wasn't even drunk when I got the DUI. I just started drinking and I was not drunk. But I got caught with an open container and I didn't know. Don't do the breathalyzer test. Get one. I didn't know. But anyway. It didn't take all of that. I didn't have to flunk out of school. I didn't have to get in no trouble. I didn't have to get in no fight. It was just one day I just was like, I fucking drink too much. Now don't get me wrong, I do understand there are people that do have to hit rock bottom. But you getting caught 30 years later as a fucking millionaire is not fucking rock bottom. Get the fuck out of here with that noise. That is, I'm trying to save my ass. Now you taking a leave of absence from the company to do all of this. You taking a leave of absence from a company that you ran successfully for fucking 30 something years. Because now you have a problem. And I'm just like so fucking confused on. And y'all help me out. Because I'm confused. I never heard this sexually harassing people was any kind of mental disorder or any kind of... Help me with that one. I do understand delusions of grandeur. I do understand being a sociopath. I understand all of those. Where does I just use my power and influence to try to fuck young girls fall under any kind of mental disorder or anything that you need help with? Help me understand. Then, bitch, I hope it ain't Lisa Bloom because I thought she was better than that. I know the lawyer's name is Bloom, but I hope it ain't Lisa Bloom because she usually seems to jump on. She an ambulance chaser, so it could be her, but she would usually jump on the side of the women. Well, he's an old dinosaur trying to learn new tricks. See, this is the point that I'm making. This was never fucking okay. We just live in a country where that is fucking acceptable, and it's been acceptable for a long fucking time. It's still acceptable. Why is it that it's always all these comments? I just seen it the other day. Matter of fact, I just seen it today. Why women always want to know why men cheat, but don't nobody want to talk about the women that's sleeping with the men. We're not shifting blame here. We're not going to shift that blame, and I'm not going to say the woman is wrong. Hell, I did it. We're not going to say that the woman is not wrong. But the woman is not the one that's in the relationship. The point that I'm trying to make is it's acceptable for men to cheat. It's not acceptable for women to cheat. It's acceptable for a man to go fuck everything that moves. It is not acceptable for a woman to do that. This is the culture that we live in. This is why this is a problem. But it's trying to get better. And we are at the point where people are now comfortable saying, you know what? If I speak out on this, maybe it's not going to be a backlash. Maybe it's not going to be the end of my career. Maybe I can stop this from happening to somebody else. That just don't make sense to nobody. I don't understand. I really just don't. And again, the craziest thing to me of all, especially in light of this Cam Newton shit, the craziest thing to me of all, because he lost sponsorships for this, like Danny Yoker dropped him. Laughing because a woman is in the sports, deplorable, terrible. Get rid of him. Get him out the NFL. Lose your sponsorships. But to sexually harass a woman, grab her by the pussy and everything like that, you were like that motherfucker president. And these people is actually literally like defending Harvey Weinstein. Not defending them, but like, oh, they deserve each other because they're both liberal Democrats. Seriously? Get the fuck over it. Especially your fucking Trump supporters, because you want to make America great again, then fucking do that instead of always trying to drag somebody for fucking filth. How about that? How about that? How about let's just have a fucking moral compass in this country again? How about that? Sorry this took a very serious turn, but like I said, this was a hot button issue to me. It actually happened. Obviously, by the time I get done editing and everything, it will be the 6th. So really, I did this as soon as I read the article, which was 11 minutes after it came out, and I did read the whole article. By the time I get it edited and everything, it'll be the 6th. So thank you again. If you would like to donate to the reason for the season, which is breast cancer awareness, you can click on the Patreon at the end of my screen. Also, if you could just do that anyway for $1 a month, because YouTube is on some bullshit. Eventually I'm gonna have to do a video about that, but not today. Also, if you are not a pink lady or a T-bird, feel free to subscribe to my channel. That'll be the pink circle at the end of the video, and click that notification bell so that you can know when all the rest of these videos this month or any other video that I do pops up, and watch another video. Try me out. I don't mind a trial period, and then subscribe. So thank you so much for watching. Deuces.